Okay, we're live. I never do live on YouTube. Literally never go live on YouTube. Oh, this is interesting. Um, what's the word? Shiny. But I thought I'd go live today. See if anybody shows up. Nobody probably won't. I haven't been on YouTube in, I don't know, a long time. And I'm giving you guys like a little bit of a homeschool update. Let me put my computer down here. I'll give you guys some updates on what it's been up with me and like why I titled this video the homeschool update. I'll just give you guys the lowdown on what's been happening. So homeschool actually hasn't been bad. In terms of like my daughter, how well she's doing. That hasn't been bad at all. It hasn't been bad. What has been taxing is I was already running my husband works full time. So anything that happens, like usually during the day, I'm doing it. So with like our business or homeschool or anything like that during the day, I'm doing it because he's full time. So, before homeschool, I was running a media company. You guys, I was running a media company. So that was fun. But it was a lot even with them in school. So when this whole COVID thing happened, things slowed down a lot in my business. But, we still were doing stuff. So when the homeschool, it was like forced on me. I was super excited about it actually because I was already thinking about homeschooling them before COVID hit. Before COVID, I was already thinking like, I'm going to homeschool. And so, oh gosh. And so I look back now and, let me just say this. So we got started homeschooling. I asked a couple of my friends around like that were homeschooling. I was asking them around like, hey, um, what is homeschool all about? A couple of my friends sent me some books. I asked a ton of mamas that were homeschooling. They loved it. They really like talked me into it and kind of made me realize like this is the right thing to do for our family right now. And I felt like I was like called to it in the moment. Like I felt like I'm like, oh, maybe I'm called to this because it's like I feel so passionate about it and I feel so excited about it. And I was like, you guys, I bought like over $300 worth of homeschool supplies. It was all free, but I got a video on that. Anyway, I got super excited about it. And I was just like recruiting people to homeschool and trying to recruit families. And then what ended up kind of starting our journey down a different path was Co-op. This is true. Co-op was the reason why I have decided that our homeschool journey is coming to an end. If it wasn't for Co-op, we might still be homeschooling. That's the only factor. It's not because I don't think homeschooling is amazing anymore. It's not because of anything. I'm not going to say the only thing. Let me just say that's one of the main things that caused us to kind of start the transition back to sending our kids to school. So what happened with Co-op? Well, we rolled our kids into Co-op here in the North Dallas area. There's tons of them, tons of Co-ops. However, they are not diverse at all. Like, at all. Like, my kids were the only minority in their co-op. And other co-ops might have been more diverse, but I tried out two and they were the same. I grew up in a school like that. You know, that's the type of school I went to. And so it's everybody's not bad, but it definitely is just different being immersed in a culture and not seeing people that look like you, not seeing teachers that look like you, not seeing anybody other than your family that looks like you. So the purpose of co-op is for socializing, right? And I'm big on creating an environment for my kids that are diverse because I know what that's like. And so anyway, that is um so that's one of the reasons why we dropped out of two different co-ops because of the diversity issue. We're like, it's just, we're only here one day a week. At least they could see kids that look like them, and everything else is shut down. So that was like our one place right now. And I think, again, if it wasn't for COVID, it wouldn't be so bad. There's so many factors that are like not working in our favor in terms of like this whole co-op thing. And so because the co-ops aren't diverse, then when I joined a group, and then they were like a whole lot of minorities saying, you guys should start one. Mm-mm. No, I have no time to start a co-op. Actually, we were going to use the co-op as a one day a week where I could take a break from the kids and not feel like I like they weren't doing anything. Like they were still being engaged. They were still socializing. So that did not happen though. So when co-op stopped, when it was just like September, so back in September, that's when I started thinking like, okay, we put our kids in some extracurricular activities. Like my daughter, she loves gymnastics. She's in gymnastics, dance, and at one point she was in tennis. So now she's just in gymnastics because dance didn't really work out, and then tennis didn't work out. So we're in gymnastics. She really loves gymnastics. So I'm seeing her go through all of this, and she looks at me one day and she says, "Mommy, where are my friends?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Where are my friends?" And it just broke my heart. And she says, "I can't find my friends." And she just started to say that over the course of all these months that, we have been in pandemic, that she couldn't find her friends because she ain't been in school. All her friends are at school. And right now, it's just totally different there. And, you know, she just we do have her socializing with other kids. It's just hard because, you want to be safe and you don't want to go out too much, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm still trying to run my social media business. And then I was trying to run my then we started up another business. So all of that started to happen, and then the co-op situation fell through. So we realized that this is not good. This is not good. I realized right then and there that I needed to I don't know, I just needed to figure something else out. I was getting overwhelmed. My daughter's doing really good though. She's in kindergarten. She started to read last month. We've transitioned. We still do a combination of Timberdoodle and the good and beautiful Timberdoodle curriculum and the good and the beautiful curriculum. We combine the two because Timberdoodle has all the bells and whistles, and the good and the beautiful is easy to follow. It's a very easy program to follow. But The Good and Beautiful was the program that, in my opinion, taught her to learn, and she learned quickly. So we're still going through it, and she's still learning to read. She's not aced it, but she has definitely begun, which I'm so proud of her. She's only 4. So we have decided as of January 2021 that our homeschool journey come to an end. Now, last year, this time last in 2019, I was feeling like it was time to homeschool. What I realized is that sometimes God prepares your heart for a season, but doesn't mean that season is supposed to last forever. And I literally thought that homeschool was our journey forever. And I realize now that He was just preparing my heart for this pandemic and not necessarily to fully transition my kids away from school, because it's not sustainable. Like our family life is just not sustainable right now with me running two businesses now, and we have our marriage ministry as well. It's just, and we're in grad school. It's just not sustainable. And I was like, I can't see me doing all of this. And then homeschooling is just one part of it. Like teaching the kids is just one part of it. Then you have engaging the kids, which happens throughout the day. If you're not engaging the kids, then it's like, then what, And so that was a whole nother thing, like keeping them engaged. And I have hour here, hour there, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, just to keep going. And it was just getting a little bit overwhelming. So we are counting down. They are on Thanksgiving break. So next week in our homeschool, we do not have any um uh school. So next week will be a break for us all, which is fun. We'll just have the whole week off. And then we'll probably do like maybe 1 or 2 more weeks of school, and then um our homeschool journey will be over. Our homeschool journey will be over, and they'll be going back to school, and I cannot wait. So it looks like I have 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Let's see, 7 weeks. 7 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks before they go back to school, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Really, really excited about it. Um, so I want to thank everybody in the YouTube world, whether you watch this or not, whether you see this or not, that connected with me because of my homeschool video that I did. Thank you for following along. It's coming to an end. That's just life. Sometimes things aren't supposed to be forever, and we have to be okay with that. Doesn't mean you're inconsistent or you're this or that. You're just trying to figure it out. Like we all are. We're all just trying to figure it out. And I think that's me. I'm just trying to figure it out. So, yeah, that's my homeschool update. It is over. I am proud of myself because I came into the homeschool journey worried about teaching my daughter how to read. That's a big burden on somebody, because if your kid can't read, they can't do math, they can't do science, they can't do anything because it takes them to read the directions to understand. Well, that was my issue. Like I was like, I don't know, y'all. But she did. She eventually got it. Thank the Lord. I give all glory to God because we prayed every morning. Lord, help us in our homeschool, help us to learn, be with us. And he was with us, and we're making it, and we're gonna make it. But I just need to update you guys on why I decided to end my homeschool journey. I'm rooting for everybody that is doing it. I think it's an amazing thing to do, and if you have the capacity to do it, you should homeschool. If you have the capacity to homeschool, you should homeschool. I think it's the best option. We just don't have that capacity. And my desire is not there either. And it's not like I'm like super excited to homeschool. Like it's just like I'm happier when my kids are in school, and they're happier when they're in school. So everybody's just happier. It is what it is. So that's that. And anyway, I'll see y'all around.